Yo guys, what is going on? Lucky here and welcome to World of Cringe episode number 5. And without exaggerating, I think this episode is the most hardcore World of Cringe episode that I have ever made in my whole YouTube career. Why? You'll see in a couple of minutes, because actually the first couple of minutes is actually very good gameplay of Mr. Saarlander 4, who is playing his SU-100 and M1 on the map Paris. And Mr. Saarlander, he's quite a bit triggered, as you can see in the chat already. I think he had just a bad day or something. But little did he know that his day was about to become even worse. But of course, more on that later. For now, Saarlander has decided to go to a position where usually only the heavies would situate. But nevertheless, he is playing an SU-100 M1, which means that he is pretty much a heavy tank slash tank destroyer hybrid. Which should result into him not doing that quite bad into this position. And as you can see on the matchmaking, he's also almost top tier, which obviously means that he will have no problem picking apart those tier 6 opponent that he is fighting on this flank. But the SU-100 and M1 hasn't always been this greatly well armored for a tank destroyer, because all the way back a few patches ago, I think it was just before the patch which completely revisioned the Russian tech tree. You know, the patch where they added the 440U, they added the 268 version 4 and the Object 705A, basically the we are totally not going to overbias the Russian tech tree patch. But anyways, that's not of course what I'm trying to go. What I'm trying to go is when that patch got dropped and when this thing received a better tier 10 version of itself, it also received quite a decent armor buff. And not only the SU-100 and M1 received quite a decent armor buff, also this tier 8 bigger brother, the SU-101, also received a massive armor buff. Because before this massive, we are totally not going to overbias the Russian tech tree patch, this thing actually used to have armor that was very well comparable with most tier 7 medium tanks, which isn't that great. And to be honest, if Saarlander went into this position with the old patch's armor, he would have been dead 3 times already. Because those tier 6 tanks that he's fighting right now would have easily been able to constantly penetrate his frontal hull without any issues. But luckily for Saarlander, Wargaming did eventually put out the overbiased Russian tech tree patch, which means that Saarlander can now easily take on those opponents, as I already told you guys. So, as you can see right here, Saarlander's had quite enough of standing there in that corner, so he decides to go over the bridge and to just take on the enemies a bit more on an aggressive style, which the SU-100 M1 can easily do because of its very good armor for its tier. And he's obviously going to make use of that, so as you can see, he's massively bumping forwards into the face of the enemies. And literally the only way the enemies can pen Saarlander right here is if they have clear shots onto his lower plate. And even then it's a 50-50 for most tier 6 vehicles if they are going to pen Saarlander's lower plate. But let's see how this VK is going to counter it. As you can see, Saarlander is storming in. He is taking one shot on the move. Unfortunately, it goes right into the tracks. The VK stops, which manages Saarlander to put one last tiny little shot in, and I think it just bounced off its rear because there's just a very tiny line of pixels that Saarlander could hit there. And the second line, oh, it bounces as well. Wow, Saarlander, you're really not a lucky guy, are you? But obviously when he gets close enough, he can easily and reliably put shot after shot into this VK. And just look at how hopeless this VK is. He hasn't got enough gun depression to go for its lower plate, and even if he had enough gun depression to go for Saarlander's lower plate, the angle would have been so steep that he still couldn't pen it, which kind of shows you guys how ridiculously good the SU-100 M1 can be if it's in the right matchup. But now Saarlander has managed to push its way through the enemy base, and he is now literally tearing everyone apart. There is another poor little tier 6 Strutzwang. As you can see, the Strutzwang is desperately trying to run away, but Saarlander and his teammates pick him up quite easily and quite fast. So now Saarlander is going to clean up all the camp PTDs on the enemy side right here. He puts one shot into the Decamax right there, actually an HE shot, which does a whopping 323 damage. Next shot goes into the STRV-74, and now Saarlander is looking for the killing blow on the Decamax, but instead he decides to turn left and to put a shot into that M4. Is it going to roll high enough for a one shot? Oh no, unfortunately it leaves the M4 on 4 hit points. Now he's going full hammer at the Decamax to finish him off, and there we go. The Decamax goes down, and Saarlander Is he stuck? It really looks like he's got himself stuck in that rack of the Tickamax. And oh, that M4 is hammering his side completely. He's completely destroying Salander from the side. And oh my god, is this really going to happen? Is this really going to happen? Oh no, Salander goes down. He got completely destroyed by that Sherman Jumbo, because Salander got himself stuck in between the wall and the rack of the Tickamax. But realistically, it's sad for Salander that he died. He did 3.5k damage, which is quite nice for a tier 7 TD. But considering the teammate situation and the enemy team situation, I am pretty sure that Salander's teammate can finish this off for him. Right? Well, at least the T-3485M is capping, and oh no, it actually looks like this Challenger is resetting the cap, and I guess, oh no, the Challenger destroyed the T-3485M. But as you can see, the VK301P is already avenging his T-34 teammate. He puts a few shots in, and there he goes. The VKP destroys the Challenger, which leaves the VKP and the VKH against that 4 HP Sherman Jumbo, which theoretically should have been dead if Salander was lucky enough to roll 4 hit points higher. But hey, it is what it is. Hopefully these two VKs can finish Salander's job for him. So the VKH isn't doing so well at aiming his shots. Maybe the VKP can do it for him. So there, what? Did that VKH literally team killed the VKP there? Oh my god, what an idiot. Oh my god, okay, I guess I already know what kind of player this VKH is. Well, I don't know, was it his fault? Was the VKP's fault? I think it's more his fault, but anyways, the VKP is dead and he is now standing alone against the Sherman Jumbo with only 1 hit point left. And as you can see in the chat, Salander is completely losing it. And I think now he has to spectate this quotation marks intelligent player fighting the Sherman Jumbo. I think his day got even worse and worse, even though he already seemed to be having a pretty bad day in World of Tanks. If you took a look at the previous messages he started sending when the game just started. But nevertheless, I am actually very curious if this VKH will be able to kill a Sherman Jumbo with only 1 hit point left. And you guys just need to realize that 1 hit point, that's just equivalent to tickling someone. The only thing this VK has to do, he literally has to touch that Sherman Jumbo only once slightly and the Sherman Jumbo goes down. But let's see who the smartest player is right now, because I am pretty sure that that Sherman Jumbo has quite a lot more experience in World of Tanks than this poor little VKH. And also considering the VKH is running the 105mm dart gun, which is pretty much known for being one of the least accurate gun in the tier 6. So that gun combined with this player's potential experience in World of Tanks, I don't know if this VK will be able to do this. But oh, he actually got quite lucky right there, because the Sherman Jumbo just slightly missed his hull, because the Jumbo's shell went straight under his hull. So now actually the VK knows where the Sherman Jumbo is, so obviously he's driving at its direction. But considering the VK isn't one of the fastest vehicles, well actually the Sherman Jumbo also isn't one of the fastest vehicles, but at least it's faster than the VK. But I don't know what he's doing right now. I don't know, is he stopping? Is he trying to type? I don't know. I guess I already see who is actually typing. It's of course Salander again, who is, I think, raging his ass off, because all his hope on winning the game is resting on this very special VKH player. Oh well, at least this VKH wasn't the one who got stuck in between a wall and a Tickamax and got completely smacked by the Sherman Jumbo from the side. But I digress. Let's see if this VK is going to be able to kill this Sherman Jumbo, or if the Sherman Jumbo is going to be able to kill the VKH, because to be honest, I've got no clue where this can go. This could either go any way, because this is really one of the most unpredictable battles and one of the most cringiest battles I have seen in a while. So now guys, I'm just going to fast forward to the bit where the VK and the Sherman actually meet each other, because I guess you don't want to watch a VK driving for 2 minutes and trying to search for a Sherman. So I'll be fast forwarding to that bit and I'll catch you guys then. So about a minute and a few seconds later, as you can see, the VK is starting to make its way towards the enemy camp, and oh, look who's there! It's the Sherman Jumbo. Well, now this is the moment you probably have all been waiting for, because how is this Sherman Jumbo going to outplay this VK? Because this VK is still quite healthy. I think the Sherman needs 2 or 3 shots to be able to kill this thing. Let's see how he's going to try and outplay the VK. Oh, I guess he's going for an aggressive tactic, and oh, what does he do? Wing. Okay, I am fucking done. What the heck? I really thought this Sherman Jumbo was the more intelligent player, but it turned out they were just all straight up idiots. But anyways, as you could see right there, the Sherman Jumbo decided to ram itself to death on the VK. And considering he only had 1 hit point left, that was literally the worst possible move he could possibly make in order to end this game, and he did it. Well, I'm impressed with the European World of Tanks community once again. But anyways, this obviously does mean that the VK wins it from the Sherman, and that Salander eventually goes home with a victory for him and its team. So I guess Salander's day got a little bit brighter because of the end result of this battle, but still that doesn't take away the fact that this battle was so painful to watch, in my opinion, and I am pretty sure I am not the only one. But anyways, at least the battle got a happy ending for Salander, and I think that's probably also the most important thing for him, considering he did 3.5k damage. So before I am going to leave you with the post-game stats, I want to say big thanks to Salander from sending in this pure masterpiece of a cringe fest. I really enjoyed, and also I really cringed my ass off watching it, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. So yet again, thank you very much, Salander. And also, if you think, a few battles ago I had something like this, but then even worse, or in a different way, then feel free to send it in. I'll leave in the description down below how you can send me your replays. This is obviously not only for World of Cringe, it could be a World of WTF contender, it could be a normal replay, whatever. If you think it's worth you sending in, feel free to send it in. I'll leave in the description down below how you can do that. So guys, with that said, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. I'm now just going to leave you guys with the post-game stats, and I'm just going to say have an awesome day, and I'll catch you guys later.
Jack it up.